Morning. Today we are going to discuss about journal. So here journal is nothing but book of first entry. We already have discussed about what is accountancy and what are the types of accounts. Based on the types of accounts, we used to post the general transactions which are recorded in the that means in the business in a systematic manner by using the general procedure. We already discussed about types of accounts. So there are three types of accounts. They are personal account, real account, nominal account. As we discussed about them, again I will give you a simple briefing about it. Personal account relating to names of the persons, firms and companies. So rules are here: debit the receiver and credit the giver. Whoever receives, that people will be debited, and whoever gives, that people will be, that means, recorded in the credit side. Next here, real account. Real account discusses about assets or properties. So what comes in is debited, credit what goes out. That means that if we purchased machinery, machinery is coming into the company, that machinery is debited. Likewise, nominal account relating to expenses or losses and incomes and gains. So here rule is debit all expenses and losses, credit all incomes and gains. So here all expenses and losses means you need to think about paid rent, paid wages, paid salaries. Likewise, whatever it may be, these are all expenses come under the debit. So here received that means rent, received discounts, or otherwise received any other things, those are come under the credit side. This is about the types of accounts. So here, as per the accounting procedure, this is the first one, journalizing or journal entries. This is the first one. This is also called as book of first entry. After generalizing the normal transactions, we will prepare the ledger. Next to that, trail balance will be there. Finally, final account will be there. In the today class, we are going to discuss about the general entries problem. This is the model example, that means example problem. Journalize the following transactions in Ajit books. Right? First one here, December 1st, 1990, Ajit started business with cash 40,000 rupees. Likewise, different transactions are there. Total 15 transactions are there. I will explain one by one with the general entries. This is the pro forma. This is the pro forma of the journal entries. So here first column is date, second column is particulars, third column is LF, that means ledger folio number, fourth one is debit, fifth one is credit. So here amount we are going to represent. Heading should be mentioned here, journal entries in the books of Ajit, in the books of Ajit. Likewise, we need to, that means maintain the heading. Next to that, first one we are taking here, December 1st. So 1st December 1990. 1st December 1990. Transaction is Ajit started business with cash. So cash is coming into the organization. as per the real account what comes in debit. So here cash account debtor to. So whenever we started business, in the sense, that is nothing but the capital account, cash account debtor to capital account. You need to remember, sometimes in the business they will bring some other cash and then buildings, land, whatever it may be, whatever things are there, we need to write one by one. Cash account, building account, furniture account. Likewise, we need to write finally at the end of that area 2. This one should be that means mid of that particular above sentence. We need to start the second one, mid of the 2, capital account. Here amounts we need to post 40,000 rupees. 40,000 rupees. Here what we need to write in the same sentence, being, first we need to start being started business with cash. Started business with cash. That's all. Now we need to finish the first transaction. Next one, December 5th. 5th December. December 3rd, 90. So here he paid into bank. What he paid into bank? Cash. So cash goes out. So cash goes out in the sense, what goes out should be credit. Who is the receiver here? As per the rule, who is the receiver in the sense? Bank. That's why bank account debtor to cash account down being, only we should add only being, then paid into bank. This one we need to write here, paid into bank. That's all. Next, second transaction completed. Here we need to post the amounts. Amount is 2,000 rupees. 2000s. Next, third one is December 5th. He purchased goods for cash. So here 5th December purchased goods for cash. So we actually, what comes in the sense, goods are coming. In the accounting terminology, goods word is prohibited. That's why whenever we will find the word of the goods, inventory, at that moment we will write directly purchases. If we sell goods, at that moment also sales. That means purchases, sales need to write instead of the goods purchase, goods sales. So here purchase, that means purchases account. Purchases account debtor to, we have paid cash. That's why cash is moving out. Cash account. Next here being purchased goods. Being purchased goods. Amount here 15,000. So 15,000 rupees. Next, this transaction completed. Next here December 8th December. He sold goods for cash. So here, whenever we sold goods for cash, we are going to receive the cash. So cash comes in. cash should be debit. Cash account debtor to we sold goods. Actually need to write the goods. Goods were prohibited, no? That's why instead of goods we have mentioned here sales account. Purchases account if we purchase goods. Sales account if we sell the goods. So here being sold goods. Being sold goods. That's all. We need to finish this transaction. Amount, what is amount here? 6,000 rupees. That amount need to post. Next to that here December 10th December he purchased furniture and paid check 5,000. He purchased furniture and paid by check 5,000 rupees, right? So here purchased furniture, so furniture is comes in, so that's why furniture account debtor to furniture account debtor to. Actually we need to write the cash if it is cash, but here he has given check, no, amount is deducted from the bank. That's why we will write the bank account. You need to remember this point. If we directly pay the cash, we will write cash account. If we issue the check, we will write the bank account. So here being issued check, being issued check, amount here 5,000 rupees. 5,000, that's all. Next here after 12th December 12th he sold goods to Aravind. So here what you need to remember in the sense, whenever they mentioned cash, that means that we paid cash. Whenever we are mentioning the names of the particular person or company, we should understand that is the credit transactions, right? Name is there, that is the credit transactions. For confusing us, sometimes they will mention both name and cash. Whenever cash payments are still there, we won't write any other names in the books of journal entries, right? So here 12th December sold goods to Aravind. So here instead of cash we will write the name of Aravind account debtor to we sold goods. That's why we will mention that is as a sales account. So being sold goods to Aravind. What is the amount here? What is the amount here in the sense? Amount 4,000 rupees. 4,000. Next here after 12th 13th December, after 12th December 14th will be there. 14th December he purchased goods from Amit at 10,000 rupees. So here whatever goods purchases, we will write the purchases account debtor to Amit account, because we didn't pay the cash. That's why we should mention or we should write the name of that particular person. Here amount is 10,000. debit and 10,000 credit. Next, being purchased goods from Amit. That's all. Next here, after 14th, 15th, he returned goods to Amit 5,000 rupees. Already he purchased goods from Amit. He returned because due to damage he may return it. So here purchases will be there in the debit. Purchase returns will be there in the credit. So we are taking, for example, Amit is there. So Amit is receiving the goods here, return goods. That's why again we will write the Amit account data to purchases account. Amit account data to purchases account, being goods returned to Amit. Amount here 5,000 rupees. 5,000 rupees. 16th December 1990. So here he received goods from Arvind. He received from Arvind 3,960 rupees in full settlement. That means he has given, instead of 4,000 rupees, only 3,960 rupees. That means that 40 rupees he asked us to give discount. That's why we should mention that one as discount. So here, first general transaction, he received from Arvind 3,960. That means he received cash. So he received cash, no? That's why we should mention cash comes in cash account debtor. What is the amount? 3,960. So 40 rupees discount he has given. So you should remember that whatever discounts we have given, those are the expenses as per the nominal account rule. We should write in the debit. That's why discount account debtor 40 rupees to, who has given this one? Arvind. Account total 4,000 rupees. Being, you should remember that one, being received from Arvind. Full sentence need to write here. Being received from Arvind. That's all. Next here, withdraw goods for personal use 2,000 rupees. So here, withdraw goods for personal use. You need to remember, goods are moving out. That's why we will mention that one as the purchases, right? Here we will mention right here 18th December 1990. So here personal things won't be mentioned. For that we should mention this one as drawings account debtor to sales account because goods are moving out, that's why sales account. So what is the amount here? 2000 rupees. 2000 withdraw goods from sorry, for personal use. Personal use. You should finish it. Next here, 18th December, 20th December is there. 20th December, he withdraw cash from business for personal use. So whenever personal use there is there, we should write that one as the drawings. DRA WING. Drawings account debtor to withdraw cash. No, that's why we are mentioning here as here cash account withdraw cash for personal use. What is the amount here? 2000 rupees. 2000. We should finish it. Next here, after 20th, 24th is there. 24th December. What is the 24th December in the sense? He paid telephone charges. That means paid means that is the expenses. All expenses should write in the debit side as per the nominal account rule. That's why we will write here telephone charges account. Telephone expenses account debtor to telephone accounts debtor to cash account. What is the amount here? 1000 rupees. 1000 being paid telephone expenses. That's all. Being paid telephone expenses. Next to that, 26th December. Cash paid Amit in full settlement 4900 rupees. Actually, as per the above transactions, we need to pay 5000 rupees, but we paid only 4900 rupees. First name is there Amit. If you look at the types of accounts, personal account. As per the personal account rules, receiver is the debit. That means Amit need to write in the debit. Amit account debtor to what we have paid? Cash paid. That's why cash account. Amit account 5000 rupees should be given, but here we have given only 4900 rupees. Rest of the 100 rupees is mentioned as discount. Here discount 100 being paid to Amit. We need to mention here. Next we should complete this transaction. After 26th here, 31st is there. Paid for stationery 200 rupees, rent 500 rupees, and salaries to the staff 2000 rupees. So that means we should understand these all are the expenses. Whatever expenses are there, we should write all the things here in the debit side, because as per the nominal account rules, we should mention all expenses in the debit. So here first mention date 31st December year. Paid stationery, first we will write stationery. Stationery account debtor amount 200 rupees. Next here rent account debtor 500, debit side 200 500. Next here salaries account debtor 2000 rupees. So these are all the things paid in the sense. How shall we pay? With the help of the cash. That means cash is moving out from us. That's why to cash account. That entire total 2700 rupees need to write in the credit side. So being paid stationery, rent and salaries. That's all. Now last transaction year 31st December. That means 31st December 1990. Goods distributed by way of free samples. So here goods are there in the sense it may be either purchases or sales. So it is moving out in the sense we should write in the sales side. So this is the treated as the advertisement expenses. That's why advertising expenses account debtor to sales account. What is the amount here? 1000 rupees. 1000 rupees being distributed free samples. That's all. Likewise, general entries we need to post. If you practice well more entries, then you will get the complete knowledge on this particular concept. Thank you.